The Barn Theatre Club presents Wanted on Voyage.
You okay here, Muriel?
Fine, thanks, Emma. Make sure the wheels are locked. She's a lovely girl, don't you think? I first saw her in the Craig Williams Day Centre. She was wonderful with those old folk there, wonderful. I offered her the job a few weeks later. She wasn't sure. I mean, who could blame her? Look at me, stuck in a wheelchair. Can't hardly do anything for myself. Terrible thing, old age. I think what might have helped make up her mind was the offer to come on this cruise. That, and she'd just broken up with her boyfriend. So, here we are. After 20 years of waiting, I'm on the Princess of the Seas, and we're both absolutely loving it. Time for my nap.
You asleep, Muriel? God, it's so boring. Why on earth would anyone want to go on a cruise? There's absolutely nothing to do. Well, that's not strictly true. At night there is. Once I get her tucked in for the night, my time's my own. I have a cruise card, so I can buy anything I want. She's generous, though. The nightclub's great. But somehow I'd like my friends here with me. You know? I do like the fresh air, though. She knows how to look after herself. Spends a lot of money on clothes and cosmetics and stuff. I've been really lucky to get this job. It got me away from my problems with Darren. For insurance purposes, I'm technically classified as a companion/carer. Muriel's hot on insurance. After all, it was the insurance money when her husband died that paid for all of this. So we stick to the rules and regulations, as she calls them. Everything by the book. But she's okay, really. She's had it tough recently. She's been so looking forward to this trip for over 20 years, she says. That's a long time to wait for something you want, don't you think? Oh, I must go and get my mobile. I left it in the stateroom.
Lovely girl. She's having such a wonderful time. I knew she would. I knew both of us would. Arthur and I always wanted to go on a sea cruise. Now, finally, I can afford it, and I'm making the trip for both of us. Arthur would have loved this. We left from Southampton, our first port of call, as they call it, a couple of days at sea, and next stop was Gibraltar. I didn't get off the ship then. Oh, you must call it a ship, not a boat. Apparently, ships have boats on them. That's what makes it a ship. Does that make sense? Did I explain that right? Anyway, I didn't get off the ship in Gibraltar. It's just a rock. And I didn't quite have the energy for all that height. Marseille was the next stop. Oh, I love that. We went for a tour on a bus with a guide telling us everything. I love France. I love the French.
Here's your cocktail, Muriel. Sex on the beach.
Oh, thank you, dear. I'm allowed one a day, so I make it a big one. You loved Marseille, didn't you, Emma?
I did, Muriel. We had a great lunch, didn't we?
Oh, I don't quite remember, dear.
You had too much white wine. No wonder
Oh,
you don't remember.
oh, old age.
Too much wine.
Oh, I can't drink like I used to. Boy, then I used to have some great times, I can tell you, but what the hell, at my age, memories are all I have.
It's great that you have the memories and a brain sharp enough to remember them all. You've lived through a lot, Muriel.
Sending a text message, dear?
WhatsApp.
Oh, WhatsApp. Who to?
My ex, Darren.
Still keeping in touch? It's good to keep in touch.
Sort of. Well, no, not exactly.
Oh, is this the person you said you wanted a break from? I remember you saying something about it in your interview.
Yes, that seems so long ago. We were going out for about a year, but in my typical fashion, it all came to nothing.
Oh, I feel sorry for you, child. I've had that experience too. Too many times I was in despair at a lost love.
Oh, right. What was the best port of call for you so far?
Rome, without a doubt. The history, Vatican, everything.
For me, it was Cyprus. We had an overnight stay and I went to all the best nightclubs in Ayia Napa I'd only heard about. It was the best place in the world. I was so drunk.
In my earlier days, we never got drunk. A small sherry before dinner, a glass or two of wine with the meal, and the men had brandy afterwards. I got to be this age because of tea, dear. Arthur didn't make it because of his love of cigarettes. You know, it's a good job you don't smoke, Emma. Filthy habit. Shows no character or backbone or self-control. Never touched one the whole of my life.
Yeah, no, but, right. Where are we stopping next, Muriel?
What? Oh, Tangier.
The exotic African continent.
The exotic African continent indeed. Oh, reminds me of Humphrey Bogart in The African Queen.
Wasn't he in Casablanca too?
He was. Arthur and I saw it 10 times.
You saw it 10 times on DVD.
Well, no, at the cinema. No, and we queued up each time.
You're looking forward to Tangier, aren't you?
Oh, I've looked forward to every protocol, dear. I just sit on the balcony and let them bring the world to me.
Shall I go and get your lunch, Muriel?
Yes, please, dear.
Shan't be long.
Such a nice girl, kind, thoughtful. I hate waiting at the self-service counters. Oh, the food is good. Excellent, actually, but it's cold by the time you get to eat it. I prefer to sit here and have it brought to me already. But dinner's a different matter. Then I dress up. I say I. Emma's idea of dressing up and mine is quite different. Oh, they have a strict dress code on board. But you tell me how leggings are deemed formal. I'm really not looking forward to the last day of the cruise. We'll disembark to get back to normality, whatever that is these days. Oh, I've so enjoyed myself. Arthur would have loved it too. To you, Arthur. She doesn't enthuse about it, but I know Emma's had a great time. She doesn't know I know, but she's found herself a boyfriend on board. Now, I'm not sure if he's a waiter or something like that, but she comes back very early in the morning and always happy. Emma, where's my lunch, dear?
disappears so easily. Once she's had her lunch, she'll sleep for a couple of hours. I slip away then. Not much to do during the day, but it's a break for me. I love the sea air. It's quite different in the warm sunshine to Margate Beach. It smells different. I really thought I wouldn't get here. When she said, "Would you like to accompany me on a sea cruise, my dear?" I thought I'd won the lottery. I'd never been outside of my hometown. I had to get a passport and everything. She paid for that too. She's very generous. Even when we got on board, I still felt it was all a bit too good to be true. It wasn't until the last speck of the Isle of Wight had disappeared, and I watched intensely, I could tell you. Not until it disappeared did I believe that we were on our way. No act of fate could turn the ship around and make me go home. I'd never fancied cruising. Never thought about it before, really. It's okay. The nights are good, but it's really for the old fogies. In the same way that Disney World is a people trap operated by a mouse, a cruise has younger people providing a lifestyle for older people. I'd love to do it again, but with someone my own age. Know what I mean? I was talking to one of the staff, well, several actually. It seems to me that it's a pretty good life on board here. They have their own social life and all that. Okay, I know it's long hours and everything, but you do get to see the world a bit. The pay isn't great, but neither is it in the nursing home. I need to seriously consider my future when I get back. My prospects at home aren't exactly bright. Wouldn't it be so much nicer to be in the sun?
I love that girl. I'm going to keep her on when we get back. I hope she says yes, or it's a care home for the rest of my life. I just know I'd hate that. Anyway, I don't care how much it costs, she'll be worth it. I hope she looks back fondly on our times together. I feel strangely relaxed, almost serene. A change of air and a sea voyage have done me the world of good. I must do it again, and soon. I'm feeling a little bit cold. I need Emma to get me another blanket. I want to stay on deck until it's time to go to dinner. Oh, I can see Mount Etna. What a sight!
I've been back from the cruise only a few days, and my whole life has changed. I last saw her looking out over the sea, but she was quite cold. She'd achieved everything she set out to do, despite many odds against her and the years of waiting. A classy lady to the end, immaculate of manners and dress. I have grown to appreciate her old world values. Her funeral was today. Very nice service, not many attended. I sent a wreath, the least I could do. It was in the shape of an anchor. She was a nice old dear, kind and generous of spirit until the end. I chose the epitaph, Peace, last port of call. I hope she appreciates it. I know I really appreciated her. Bon voyage, Muriel.
That was Wanted on Voyage, written by Phil Lewis. Muriel was played by June Bland. Emma was played by Miranda Loffrey. The piece was directed by Mandy Witt and produced for the Barn Theatre by Gareth Forber. The Barn Theatre is producing these audio shows to support the NHS. Please donate if you're able to by following the links on our website.